about that time, baby. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
The Sinclair Show is on.
It is on.
Run it to your friends. Come on.
It's
a moment of the show tonight. Mailbag is tight. Sinclair is on the mic.
Once again, it's on. You're still troubled in your home. Got you tripping, don't know right from wrong. Send your letters to the show so we can talk you through. Get the answers to your questions because we see that truth. Sometimes you doubt yourself, lost your health. Faith is on the fence, but you believe that Jesus knows your wealth. Keep it moving, spirit flowing, because we're here to provide someone to lean on when you're falling. Wednesday, 8 and 9, and it's on. Once again, it's on. Well, look at my people. Once again, it's on. You are listening to the only morning show that's at nighttime. That's right. It's the Sinclair Show where we get it in when we on air. Everything is about you, the valued listener, the participants, if you will. I want to thank all of you all who continue to send your mailbag questions and comments to Sinclair Talk at outlook.com. We're going to continue to address as many as possible each night we on the air to reach you, the valued listener. That's right. The Sinclair Show is interactive, meaning when you all hit me up with some of your questions, concerns, and whatever, that means I rock with y'all. We're going to talk about them. Maybe not all of them, because some of y'all be going a little bit overboard, but you get the picture, if you will. So we got a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. First of, as always, listen to my people who are out there. If you're catching this on GPAT TV 23, if you're catching us, and if you're out in Colorado, California, if you're out in the UK, all right. To my Nigerian brothers and sisters who've been hitting us up, thank all of you all for tuning in each week, because I know if you overseas, you could be doing something else, but you're not. You're messing with your boy, Uncle Cindy Sin, and that's how we get down. So I want to thank y'all and make sure y'all understand that I personally know that there would be no Sinclair Show. Couldn't have been doing this for almost 7 years if it wasn't for you all. So that's why I come up here, even when I'm tired and sleepy. All right. So first of all, let me see who's out here. There go my mama. Hey, mama. Mama was the first one on. See, some of y'all don't know nothing about that. See, then we got Gwendolyn Lady Elegance Pritchard, and where she from, people? The Rocket City, Alabama. All right. We got old Nikki Carter. Know she ready to start some trouble. Then I think I see Brother Rollins out there. Yes, I do. Jay Dizzle, what's up? And in more, of course, I'm glad to see you. And look at that. There go Benjamin Sizemore. That's what I'm talking about. I say he liked the new format. Love to see the brothers on the come up. But let me tell you something, Brother Sizemore, there would be no come up without brothers and sisters like you all. All right. So check this out, people. Y'all ever notice? Uh-oh. There go y'all girl, Star Coleman. She talking about some happy, blessed Wednesday. See, some of y'all been coming back for a minute. We going to give y'all some names. Look at April G. Brown. She back in the house with us. All right. Nikki talking about she the voice of reason. That's really, really not the case. You are known to be one of the full-fledged members of the Me Too movement. And that's okay. Because I noticed that there's a lot of y'all that got a little bit of that Me Too movement in your loins, if you will. And you know, we rocks with that. You know why I don't get uptight about it? Because it's enough critical thinking brothers that be on the show. So I ain't got to go to war all by myself all the time. All right. That's why. Dr. Beverly Key, I am glad to see you. Hope everything is lovely with the fam. Yeah, because some of y'all be pretty strong with your Me Too movement. And I noticed some of y'all will say something when you hit, you know how some of y'all hit a brother up in the DM, right? And y'all will voice y'all negative opinions in the DM, but you ain't gonna say it the way you say it in the DM when you be putting your little stuff up here in the comment section, because you know I'm gonna pop it up here and let the public see how crazy some of y'all really be thinking. Yeah, that's right. That's how we get down. All right. So let's start off with something a little less oh, I know what I want to start off with tonight. Real talk. Hey y'all, what is is that my brother Floyd Webster? Look here. Y'all see Floyd Webster picture down there? Hey man, that's my college brother right there. That's right. Good dude, good dude. All right, let me tell y'all something funny. Well, it ain't even funny, but I've been, I like to keep in contact with what's going on with the news and the things that's going on around us, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all something that's really, really, um, it's really puzzling me, and that is how in the world are we having to set up the national defense thing because y'all ain't got no baby milk out there? Does anybody find that strange but me? I mean, really. I was looking at the news and they said that President Biden had to pop off and enact some things to get more baby formula. We ain't paying attention to what's really going on. Y'all out here on some foolery. Taya Matthews, glad to see you. Anybody else find that a little awkward? That y'all sit, well, as a matter of fact, Jay Dizzle, I'm about to say something, so I want you to hit the emergency button if I should not say this, okay? But I'm going to say it anyway. But I want you to hit the break in case of emergency button if I shouldn't be saying it, all right? And here's what I want to say. Do we really, really have a not a breast, woof. Do we really have a baby formula problem if y'all got standard milk for the baby that God give y'all? You can't have no problem with formula. God give y'all breast milk. That's formula. Am I right or wrong? Floyd said, we're not paying attention to a lot of things that can affect us. Absolutely. But think about it. We run around here talking about, look at Nikki Carter say, here we go. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to be funny, but there are a lot of things that we probably in short supply of. Hey, Jay Dizzle, they said hit the button, man. They said you need to break it in case of emergency. Johnny done hit the bat phone on me. They said, what about the moms unable to nurse? Here we go. Okay, so let me say this. For April, since April, Brother Rollins said, I'm not going to touch that. All right, but seriously, I think of some of the things, some things that just ponder through your mind. So when we start, Johnny said, that's women business. Let that ride. Okay, but I'm just saying, if we don't have as much formula, everybody start off with some. Now, I'll grant you guys that maybe some babies don't want to, they don't want to nurse on their mama. Maybe she don't have love milk and they just not feeling that. But for the most part, God be hooking everybody up with what they need. Man, if you walking around here and your milk is mixed with Cavassier and cigarette smoke, yeah, maybe little Johnny Jr. don't want that milk with all them contaminants in it. Okay, but I'm just saying, it might be something for y'all to think about. Because back in the day, and look, I'm keeping it a stack with y'all. Okay. Back in the day, yo mamas and grandmamas wasn't sitting around here going and paying no $25 for no formula. They was nursing. I'm just telling y'all. We didn't got a seasoned vet in here. Annie Moore said not all women can produce enough breast milk. Hey, I'm not trying to say that they can produce enough. I'm just saying, might that be a way? Johnny said, I'm gonna be sitting over here once you come off that ledge. But might that not help the shortage if some of these women that can start doing instead of talking about I'm worried about my figure? You better worry about little Hector Montoya being able to get his snack on. I'm just saying, Detective Pamela Black, glad to see you in the house. That's all I'm saying, people. Now we can get back to Nikki Carter said, I might get pushed. Hey, mama, why is everybody trying to push me off the ledge? Hold on. You are not a breast baby, so stop it. Hold on, Ty. First of all, don't be putting my personal business out there. You don't know what I ate when I was a little baby. That we're going to start with that. My mama nurtured me and gave me mother's love milk. I ain't trying to hear that you talking about. It's always a hater in the group. She probably didn't breastfeed you because you do look like the runt of the litter anyway. I'm just saying, mama, you need to get your daughter because she's shady and she trying to make it seem like you wasn't up to the standards back in the day. Who is it? What is she talking about? Some women don't produce enough milk. You know what? Maybe you ought to drink more milk. Do something. Work out. Do something. Do some push-ups. Let me see. Nursing helps you get your figure back. Shut up, Ty. I'm tired of you trying to make me talking about my mama didn't nurse me. You don't know nothing. Mama, check your daughter because she trying to say you didn't nurse me. And I can tell by the way, matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. Me and my mama, our DNA is almost identical. I'm talking about to the percentage point. Unlike her other kids, we don't know about them. They stuff a little shady. But me and my mama are almost identical. So I can tell y'all I was probably nursed. I can almost sense that I got my paperwork. Some of y'all ain't got no receipts. Matter of fact, some of y'all scared to take a DNA test because you don't know who your mama is. I'm just saying. Ty can't put nothing out there. First of all, look at this. Nigga Carter talking about Ty put it out there. Ty ain't put nothing out there. She don't know nothing. This is a hill you don't want to die on. Just move on. First of all, y'all can't tell me what to do. That's the problem. Y'all in the Me Too movement always threatening dudes and making them back down. Johnny said, I'm over here in the corner trying to see what color the wall gonna be. All right. Forget it then. No more talk about nurturing mothers. And matter of fact, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna move on. I don't know why y'all so angry about the concept of nursing. See, that tells you something about y'all nurturing skills and stuff. Y'all ain't cracked up to what you used to be. Because it used to be a time when all a mother wanted to do was lay her little baby boy up against her and rock him to sleep and nurse him. Not y'all. Y'all so busy trying to get out there in the street, you don't know what you gonna do. That's why y'all mad. I don't see no seasoned women out here getting mad. I only see these what you call y'all generation G for goodbye. Yeah, y'all the ones that we gotta keep our eye on. Y'all wasn't out there trying to that's why y'all kids be acting crazy. Matter of fact, let's go to something about some crazy acting kids. Let's go to the first letter right now. Says, Dear Sinclair, my husband, who owns a lawn care company, is trying to force our son, who just graduated, to work with him during the summer to earn money. My son does not want to and is looking to enjoy his summer before going off to college in the fall. She said, when I confronted him about it, he told me to stay in my lane and that it's my fault that our son doesn't want to work. Oh my goodness. He said if he doesn't want to work, he doesn't get money from him. I guess that's what he's saying. So I told him, fine, I'll give my son spending money through the summer. What in the world? Wow, that's how y'all doing, because I want him to be in the right frame of mind. Now y'all want to be in right frame of mind when he begins school. And then ask the question, who wrong? Well. Let's see what thus saith y'all out here in budget-minded land. Let's see if y'all is in agreement with that. All right. Y'all still talking about nursing. We off that now because everybody look here. Now people try and get credit for it. Yeah. We ain't getting down with that. Nope. All right. So we back to, let's get to the thing. So the letter says, as y'all can see it scrolling down at the bottom, it says that we got a lady who says her son just graduated. Okay. And Johnny, the first one out the gate, said the coddler is not right. All right, good job. But the lady said, look, my son just graduated from high school. He going off to college in the fall. My husband got a landscaping business. He want my son to, or she said lawn care business, and said he told the son, you got to work with me through the summer. The son said, I don't feel like working. I just want to chill. April said she wrong and need to stay in her lane. All right. Nikki said, read the letter again. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Nikki, you ought to listen instead of doing some of these revolting thoughts you got. So essentially, the lady got a son. The son graduated from high school, getting ready to go to college in the fall. The husband got a lawn care company. He said, hey, man, you want to make some money this summer? You got to work with me to earn your money. We ain't just going to give you money. And the son said, I don't want to work. I just want to chill for the summer and enjoy myself. So the dad said, well, if you don't work, you don't get no money. The mom says, well, I agree with my son. I just give him some money through the summer and let him enjoy himself. All right. Who is that? Look at Kiki Matthews. Glad to see you. Ty said he can chill and be broke. Absolutely. All right. Now, people, what say you for all of you that are on the Me Too movement? Okay. Let me see what my boy Rollins said. He said, let a man make a boy a man. Wifey, stand down. See, that's why I love this show, because we get real brothers with real thought processes. Now, let's take this from the top, ladies. I don't want to pass judgment. I've got my concepts, but I want this to be a part of you all, because some of y'all might be going through this too. Now I want to understand something, ladies. For those of you who are in agreement with her, why would you circumvent the process that the father has in place of giving his son a job through the summer to earn money? Why would you circumvent that? What's the benefit of it? Anybody tell me that? Nikki Carter, you seem like you out there on Sketchy Boulevard as normal. So somebody tell me, why would you want to go against the father giving the son a job through the summer to earn money versus, and as the mother says, rather than do that, she'll give him some of her money so he don't have to work. Anybody? Come on, ladies. I know some of y'all thinking something that you don't want to say because the stage done got set. These brothers is not taking this foolishness. So somebody tell me, why would you, if anybody's on the side of the woman, tell me, help us to understand the concept going on in her mind. And I don't want y'all sitting out there lying and acting like none of y'all agree with it, because some of y'all do the same stuff at your house. Let me see what our homegirl Star Coleman said. She said, yes, she needs to stand with her husband where they live. My 18-year-old needs a job. He graduates in June. See? There you go. Star said she ain't trying to hear that. If given an opportunity, hold on, I knew it was coming. Nikki Carter said, because dad might be unreasonable. Jay Dizzle said it teaches responsibility and accountability to take care of oneself. Let's go back to the Me Too movement queen herself, Nikki Carter. Nikki, tell me what is unreasonable about what the father said. He said, if you want to earn some money, I'm going to give you a job. He ain't telling me he had to go search for one. He got his own company. Okay. Nikki said, don't have the kids out in the heat all week long. Wow. So that's the kind of ignorance we rocking with this week. So you mean to tell me, matter of fact, let me post what Nikki said back up. She said, don't have the kid out in the heat all week. Well, Nikki, let me ask you a question. I don't hear the wife complaining about her husband being in the heat all week to earn money to pay bills. Brother Rollins said a man's responsibility to his family is different than a woman's. Outstanding. Nikki Carter talking about what are the hours? What does he need to do? He need to do whatever he is told to do. The same thing that you and I had to do when we go to work. But yeah, we ain't gonna get past this, Nikki. You don't get a pass. She said, don't have the kids out in the heat, the kid out in the heat all week. Why is it that you ain't running to the dad's defense? He out there in it all day, every day, making that bread to pay bills. So why should his son get to sit up with his feet up all summer and he's trying to give him a job and some responsibility and allow him to earn his own money? Nikki, we're going to give you the flow because you put yourself out there on it, not dance for us. Let me see what Ty said. Let the kid work. Once he sees how much he can make, he'll be good. Mine live to have their own money. Nikki said he chose that job. Nikki Carter, I mean, you just pitiful. Annie Moore said, I think he should work some of the summer, make a little money, then relax a little before he goes to college. What's the relax thing? Annie Moore? What's the relax thing? Okay. Nikki said, you asked for feedback. Sure did, Nikki. And I knew you was with the Me Too movement from the start. Brother Rollins said, a man protects, provides, and professes, etc. Man, y'all ain't ready for Brother Rollins today. Let's go back to Annie. Annie, I'm not understanding. What do you mean work some of the summer, make a little money, and then relax? I'm not comprehending what you're trying to say. What's working a little bit? First of all, we don't know how many days and what, we don't know the schedule as somebody said. But we know two things. Folks ain't cutting grass at night, so it ain't like he working from sun up to sundown. Think you talking about a man, not a kid. He ain't no kid if he get ready to go to college. Okay, so let me get this straight. The son is old enough to go party. He old enough to be out there sleeping with young girls. He old enough to do everything else that a man does, but he ain't old enough to get out there and go to work with his dad and cut some grass. Get up out of here with that mess. You said we need to know the work schedule. No, what you need to know is, maybe say he can have the last week before leaving. Okay, but hold on. Let me say this to all of y'all talking about you need to know the work schedule. No, you don't. Let me tell you what you need to know, ladies. If a man is trying to raise his son and he says to him, I'm going to give you a job so you can earn your money, what you probably need to do is go about your business doing whatever you was doing before you heard that conversation, because that's the reason why there are so many problems right there. Is because kids know that they can separate, divide, and conquer. She talking about she going to go in her pocket and give him money so he don't have to work. No, what you're doing is you going in your pocket so you can defy what your husband has put as a standard because you want to be the man and the woman of the house. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody cutting grass. You don't cut grass when it rains. You don't cut grass at night. Man, you know what? Lady Elegance said the mother is enabling her son, which he is going to think he can always run to his mother for money. Get him, Lady Elegance. That's what I'm talking about. Tell it like it TIS. Brother Rollins said, a boy will soon be a man. Can't start giving him good values too late. And the fact of the matter is, this is less about, and matter of fact, let me say this. If he went out there and applied for a job with the man, if you will, you wouldn't be going down there talking about, if you hire my son, you can't do this and you can't do that. Ever say she's willing to take money out of the household and expect the husband to cover any lack. Nope, wrong. I'm just, you know what? I am truly baffled by how easy it is for many of you out there to justify going on the other side of whatever your husband is bringing up because you think like a child or with a child. You childish, if you will. Okay, I don't care nothing about how y'all feel about this. You know what? Y'all done got on my last nerve. It don't matter about rules. It don't matter about training. It don't matter about giving values. It don't matter about none of that. All you want to do is make your child happy, and you don't give a rat's whatever about what it takes to. If your child came to you and said, I want to go out here and get high, I want to go out here and sleep with somebody, I want to go out here and rob something, you okay with it as long as your child love you. That man trying to teach his child, his son, some values about being a man. Cutting grass ain't killing them. I used to cut grass and there wasn't no pay involved. The pay was Margaret Key told you to get out there and cut that grass. And I ain't talking about no 1 or 2 yards. I'm talking about some acres. And you know what it taught me? That I don't like to cut grass, but it also taught me value. So when I had to go off and go to the military and in life, I wasn't afraid to work because I had to work when I was growing up. The stuff that I do right now, this ain't no work. This is mental stuff. This ain't physical labor like I had to do then, but I wasn't soft. I was prepared for it because I got prepared before I left the crib. And now y'all sitting around here. That's the reason why you can't keep a man, because you don't stand with your man. You don't deserve no man in your life. When you want to make all the rules and go against them, then you're supposed to be by yourself or be with your child. Go get married to your child. Johnny said he doesn't need a break before school. School is the break from that work. Jay Dizzle, I'm going to post this up twice. I want to see it again. He doesn't need a break before school. School is the break from that work. You can't even say it no better than that. Not at all. Matter of fact, I'm disappointed in y'all. I really am. I'm disappointed that y'all really in your minds mulling over all of that foolishness. And because that's his son, let's be clear. We know that man ain't gonna overwork his son because that's still his son. All he was talking about was teaching them some values. April says she needs to step out of the way of that man raising the boy into a man. Hey, I can concur with that. Matter of fact, let me find the next topic because y'all done really got me heated up in here. All right. All right, let's talk about something that y'all probably don't want to hear. Colliers paid a company controlled by her graffiti artist brother, Paul, $840,933 in fiscal 2020, according to the group's federal tax filings. Y'all know who we talking about? The Black Lives Matter founder, if you will, Patrice Colliers. Her company, Black Lives Matter, the place that y'all send all y'all money to, paid her brother, who is a graffiti artist, $840,000 for an alleged security. He the security. My. Now think about that. $840,000 she paid of that same bread that y'all be sending in. Okay. Let me see what's going on. Lady Elegant said, my son didn't get a break after he graduated from school because I had that joker working at the commissary, bagging and making him sign up for work, study programs. That's what I'm talking about, Lady Elegance. Truly, if he raised his son with values, he wouldn't have had to even ask the son. The son would already be working with the father. Well, that's not the case because obviously we see there's a mother that steps in and contradicts whatever the father say anyway. So get up out of here, Nikki Carter. We ain't playing with you. Anyway, what y'all think about the Black Lives founder paying her brother $840,000 in fiscal year 2020 to provide security? And he ain't even no security company. This dude was a graffiti artist. That's the one y'all was sending y'all bread to. Okay. You know, when y'all didn't want to get up and march and be physically present, y'all was comfortable sending a few of your dollars to her. And they've been talking about, matter of fact, this ain't the first thing I'd have heard of, because I heard about what she got, about a $6-7 million crib. Yeah. Ty said that's suspect. Yeah, Black lives do matter. Black dollars matter too. And apparently y'all been giving them all to her brother to provide security. And he ain't even a security guy. Dude is a graffiti artist. Matter of fact, you know what? Where's old trusty Uncle Sam when you need him? Now that's something that ought to be, if they around here getting those what you call them dollars, them they locking up people for, what was those PPP loans? If they getting them for that, it's got to be something illegal about her giving this dude $840,000. What kind of security can you do for $840,000? Matter of fact, wasn't 2020 a COVID time? Yeah. We was on lockdown with COVID in 2020. Am I right or wrong, people? This 2022, and we've been in COVID for 2 years. What security was he providing during COVID? Everybody was in their house. Maybe he was preventing her from getting COVID. I'm just saying. Taya says she want to know where the money came from. It came from people like you making donations. What are you talking about? Marcus Key, what's going on, fam? Johnny said, an egregious misappropriation of funds. I concur. But think about it, people. She paid this dude almost $1 million for security. And Nikki Carter said, you give money for the cause, some take advantage of it. Nikki Carter, please don't say nothing else to me today. J. Vella Jones said it's sad because you can't even trust agencies to be legit. I don't give to anyone that's not part of my circle. Oh, Javella, so you got a circle that you be giving out dollars to. Well, I'm pretty sure some of the listeners gonna be hitting you up. Oh, somebody said, hey, Papa Bear. Okay. Let me see. Taya says she didn't get my dollars. Yeah, maybe she did, because I know she probably got some of Nikki Carter's money because she part of the Me Too movement. Yeah. Say she called her grandkids. But think about it. And it's a shame that we got to discuss it. But see, I can't not discuss it because then people will say, oh, when issues come up in the Black community, I'm not willing to talk about them. Yes, I am. Brother Rollins said, not sure how to feel about it. I'm sure how to feel about it, Brother Rollins, because I know in 2020 we was on lockdown because of COVID. And I know good and well there was nothing he could have protected for almost $1 million. Nope. I ain't buying it. I don't care. Matter of fact, if she'd have been in her house, then she wouldn't have to worry about nobody trying to get to her no way. You know how much you don't need to pay nobody to do that. If you somebody looked this up for me. I don't know where my legal beagle is tonight, but somebody look up and tell me how much they say she paid for her house. I think she paid like $6 million. And mind you, before some of y'all say, oh, she could have earned the money, before Black Lives Matter movement popped off, she did not have $6 million. Trust and believe. So I'm saying this to you all before y'all get in your emotional bag and start saying I'm trying to bring the sister down. Nope. The sister been doing some shady stuff with all the funds that y'all was sending to her. Look at Annie Moore talking about this. She didn't get any of my dollars either. Whatever. Now all of y'all saying she got some of y'all money. She got enough to buy a $6 million house and almost pay her brother $1 million, almost $840,000 to do some security during COVID time. So don't tell me she ain't getting none of y'all money. Somebody up here gave some money. Who is it? Go on, let me know how you feel. Annie Moore talking about some not mine. Yeah. Whatever. Not buying it. Jay Dizzle, did you give up some of your money to the Black Lives Matter movement? Oh, yeah. There go the legal beagle. What's up, Cassandra? Glad to see you. Hey, Cassandra, do me a favor. Look up and tell us how much they said the Patrice Collier's paid for her house. She's the lady from Black Lives Matter movement that was collecting everybody funds and apparently buying, I believe it's allegedly $6.4 million. She paid for a house, and now they got an article in the New York Post that's indicating that she gave her brother $840,000. Now, before she gave that money to him, he was a graffiti artist, and then she paid him that money, almost $1 million, to be security. So, Cassandra, see if we can find out how much was paid for the pad. You see, Johnny said, "No, sir, I did not." Nigga Carter said, "Jay Dizzle, she know you gave up at least a few pesos to the movement." And again, I'm not knocking the movement, because as somebody said earlier, if the movement was about the issues to enlighten others about what minorities was going through, I'm cool with it. The problem is when you ask people to donate their hard-earned money for the cause, you have a fiduciary responsibility not to take the money that they sent you to increase your lifestyle unless you're going to tell them that's what you're going to do with it. Now, if the Black Lives Matter founder put on her page and said, "Hey, look, you send me some money because I need a better place to stay. My brother needs to be able to earn about $1 million, and this is going to help me feel better and come up with creative ideas," nothing wrong with it, because she would have told you what she was going to do with your money. But that ain't what happened. Is it, people? She went around there, had y'all thinking she was down for the team. She was down for something, all right? She was down for spending y'all money, making y'all look foolish. See? I know. And I know. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Nikki Carter said, "No different than MAGA or DT." What's DT? Maybe I'm slipping. And why y'all got to be bringing up, oh, you talking about Donald Trump. Why you got to be bringing up Donald Trump? Donald Trump, people knew what he was doing with his. He didn't pull no punches. He told them what he was going to do. I needed to fund legal opposition. I needed to do this, and that. So, and let's be fair about something. Cassandra said she paid $1.4 million for the home. Yeah. So let me say this. And I'm saying this to all of my Negro and minority counterparts. I think we lose credibility with our Caucasian brothers and sisters, because whenever we got some of ours that's doing something slick and crazy, rather than being willing to confront it and address it outright the same way we would do them, we got to start trying to deflect. Well, yes, she may have done it, but what about Donald Trump? I didn't give Donald Trump no money, although I didn't give Black Lives Matter any either. But it's different to me when you running game on your own people. And like I said, I'm not tripping about nigga Carter talking about money is a corrupter. Man, you don't blame it on the money. The money ain't the corrupter. She had this scheme, this plan, and y'all made it easy because y'all would follow something without asking any questions. That's the truth. The problem wasn't the bread. The problem was all somebody had to do was tug at your emotional strings, and you jump right in the lake with them. Cassandra says she has a home in Atlanta and the Bahamas too. Uh-oh. See, the legal beagle be on it. Cassandra, see if you can tell us, what did she do before the Black Lives Matter movement? What was her job before then? Because some people might be trying to convince us that she had this type of money before. I don't think she did, but let's see if you can figure out, what did she do before the Black Lives Matter corruption scheme? And speaking of corruption, I'm going to tell y'all something. All of y'all that's riding with this chick, you better watch it, because she got a house in Atlanta. Y'all know what that means? Hold on. Nikki Carter said, how do you know she was defrauding from the jump? I don't know what she was doing from the jump, but I know, like most criminals, you got a scheme, you come up with a scheme and you see if it'll work. You ain't gonna tell me she never thought to herself, wow, we might get a lot of money out of this. Girl, please. Johnny said also she had personally benefited from the donations by purchasing homes for herself, including a $6 million property in Los Angeles, which included a 7-bedroom mansion, a pool, a sound stage, and a garden. All right, Nikki, what you talking about? Talking about it's an investment property for the organization. Wow. I bet you can't none of y'all that signed up to join the Me Too movement. I bet you can't just call up and say, I'm going to our house in LA. Yeah, that right there. Nikki Carter with all that foolishness. See, that's why can't nobody trust your judgment, because you jump on the side of anything and then you try to justify it. Oh, so she was a college professor. I can tell you, a college professor, now they make decent money, but they don't make enough money to buy no $1.4 million house. They don't make enough money to buy a $6 million investment property. They don't make enough money to buy a house in the Bahamas. Let me see. Nikki said she might have started legit and was unchecked. Yeah, you're right. Whatever. No, see, there it is. Now, when we found out the schemes and corruptive behavior, as you say, of Donald Trump, everybody was rocking with it. And we were saying, yeah, Donald Trump, he ain't about nothing. All he do is rip people off this, and that. And I agreed with it. And there was some white people that was mad, saying, you don't know what Donald Trump do. Now, here we go with the Black Lives Matter movement. And you're trying to say, well, you don't know where she got the money. Cassandra, the legal beagle, just told you where she didn't get it from. And unless you can come up and show me where magically one of her uncles or cousins or mamas or daddies or somebody died and left her all a bunch of money, she couldn't afford it until the Black Lives Matter movement took off. You said he been scheming for years. So what? Whether he'd been doing it for years and she started 3 years ago, it don't matter. She defrauded her people. But once again, we in minority land will defend it. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go on to Esther Shepherd. What's going on? Glad to see you. Since y'all talking about this and you want to defend something, I'm going to give you something to talk about. Here you go right here. RICO, which stands for Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organization, is U.S. federal law that was primarily used in the 70s to prosecute mafia and mob bosses. Currently, we've just seen famous rapper Young Thug and his organization hit with a RICO charge, but he's not the only one. Currently, there are more than 20 rappers in the past 2 years facing RICO. Is the government going too far with the use of RICO? And keep in mind, R. Kelly was indicted and found guilty of RICO as well. What y'all think about that? Robin Williams, what's going on? Glad to see you. Yeah, whatever, Nikki. Nikki ain't getting no more airplay on this show tonight. We tired of her. So think about it, people. Now, and I brought up that article, all right, because just so y'all would understand something. Brother Rollins said, yes, the government is. All right, maybe not. But let's start off with this. I brought that article up next because of this. Yvonne Rouse say, hey, Minister Sinclair and everyone, how you doing, Mother Rouse? Glad to see you. If the Black Lives Matter is in Atlanta and Atlanta hot on the case of all corruption and they using this RICO, she might want to be a little careful and she might want to go on to the Bahamas and get up out of the ATL. But think about it. In while I agree with Brother Rollins that the government may be going too far with the use of the RICO. Brother Rollins said, but the youngsters got to stop giving them evidence. Absolutely. Nicky Carter said, these rappers need to stop playing with the feds. Let me tell y'all something. I've sat back and watched, and it's one of those things where I believe if you play stupid games, you're going to win a stupid prize eventually. Okay? Yeah, but no, Brother Rollins, RICO is federal, but you can have state level RICO charges as well. As a matter of fact, the charges against Young Thug and them in Atlanta are state RICO charges. Feds ain't even got involved in that part of it yet. So there are two levels to this. But let me say this. Anybody who thinks for one moment that a RICO charge is something to play with, understand this. RICO has 90% or greater, depending on the area, federal or state, success rate. Understand what I said to you. 90% of the time when they bring a RICO charge on anybody, anywhere, 90% of the time or greater, the feds or the state get a W, meaning they get a win in that. Now, the only reason why I say that they are going too broad, because they turn everything into organized crime. And so they have set such precedents, okay? Too much life imitating art. My boy Rod is in. Man, I'm late. What's up? Hey, long as you got here, brother Rod, it ain't no problem. Now, when I started talking about this RICO thing, it was intended for mob bosses. Think about it. Robert Kelly right now is sitting in jail. They couldn't get him on simply the charges of he was with somebody or he manipulated them or they was underage or whatever. They couldn't prove that. So what they decided to do is we're not going to just charge him with that. We're going to put him on a RICO charge. We're going to say, oh, he was bringing folks across state line. They said all types of stuff. So I'm telling you, I think it's gone too broad. As a matter of fact, they were attempting to do the same thing in Illinois. And I think that the judge in Illinois said, no, it doesn't fit that. Okay. Rod said, all purpose charge. You better believe it. But to go back to what Brother Rollins said, the problem is it doesn't matter if the game is rigged. You still agree to play, you're going to get them stupid prizes. And I'm going to tell you what they said about Young Thug. Young Thug and his group allegedly was doing gang activity, violent crimes, whatever you want to call it. When they got him, they got 28 of his boys, 28. And they said they had been wiretapping since 2015. Now, y'all keep thinking the Fed's playing. Nobody has more money than the government to come get you. And when they lock 28 people up, they're going to get somebody in that 28 to tell all of the stuff that you wasn't even saying on tape. They're going to get enough pieces to put them together to tell you, so you going to cop to the plea. Got another rapper, I think his name is Casanova or something. He just copped to a plea. And RICO charges don't come with 2 years. You're going to get some years, 15, 20, 25 years on RICO charges. And so I want y'all to also comprehend this. Nigga said it's a rap for Young Thug. Yeah, he was dressing in skirts and dresses and all that early on in his career. He getting ready to put them back on. Yeah. Brother Rollins said, got to move in silence, stop posting everything. Hey, and matter of fact, let's talk about that. The mayor of Atlanta, when they moved in and swooped up these guys, and they was talking about Young Thug, here's exactly what she said. One of the reporters says, because in the indictment, they are using his lyrics, and they said, well, what about freedom of speech? And she said, I was prepared for you to ask that question. And what she said is that You have freedom of speech to rap about anything you want until what you're rapping about directly matches the crime that you're accused of doing. It is alleged that he sanctioned a hit on somebody, and this fool makes a rap song where he says, I didn't pull the trigger, but I was right there when it got done. So once again, stupid games, stupid prizes. When you rapping about intricate parts of a crime that if you weren't part of it, you wouldn't know. Because remember, everything doesn't hit the news. Law enforcement ain't stupid. They don't sit around and put everything that they find out when they're doing their investigative process. They don't put it out to the media. So when you go out here and you write a whole rap song and you're pinpointing things that nobody could know, you think they're not going to get 12 people in a box to say, well, how did he know it went down like that? You up there rapping, talking about shot him from the top of the head to the, you can't know that. You can't know unless you was there, had pictures of it. You was part of some part of it. And that's why they getting them. And if you look at the laundry list that they posted up, allegedly, the Atlanta Police Department, they got about, I think it looked like it was about 15 other gangs / alleged organizations that they going after too. Think about it. Just what y'all do. You got millions. And I don't know if y'all ever watched YouTube, and there's a show out there with Gilly and his cousin, I think, called $1 Million Worth of Game. And it's a podcast, and I watch all kinds of podcasts. And they just had Young Thug and his crew up there. Man, it couldn't have been that long ago. And they was talking about this exact thing. Because Gilly's cousin I think he did like 20 years in jail or whatever. And so now he keeps it a stack with these guys. And he said to them right there on the show that day, you done made too much money to be out here stealing these streets doing the same stupid stuff, that you're going to mess around and mess up your bag and the bag of generational wealth you could have had for your family because you out here still with an allegiance to the streets. He just said that. Now imagine how it feels that 3-4 weeks later, Wallow, that's his name. He dropped those facts. And you think about it. Anybody who is, when y'all get off the show tonight, if you on YouTube, go out to YouTube and look up $1 Million Worth of Game, Young Thug, and it's going to pull up the video. And I want you to listen to it. Even if it ain't that your type of thing, listen to what Wallow drops that knowledge and now think about it. A few short days after that, the feds hit him with the RICO for all of the stuff that Wallow was telling them that when you young fools is out here in these streets allegedly doing, that's what's going to happen. And now Young Thug sitting up here got his lawyer talking about he needs to be let out immediately because he's in almost concentration-like conditions. Animal said they need to get them all if they are that stupid. No, it ain't no if. They are that stupid. He told her, look, he petitioned the judge talking about they need to let him out because they got him in a cell with no TV and no window and a light that stay on all the time. And I saw on the news today where they done took him inside the dude's cell. Now it is tiny, but you know what they said? This ain't the Hilton. This ain't your house. This is jail. You don't get to come in here and talking about what you supposed to have. If you needed windows and open air and luscious space and all that, you know what you should have did? Stayed free. Brother Rod Jake said he worked real hard trying to change these guys' mindset to stay out of jail. Yes, he did. I'm talking about Wallow kept it a stack with him. And then now, and let me say this, it's not that people that do bad things it doesn't mean that they bad people, because bad people do good stuff too. Like Young Thug and Gunna, one of his the people on his label, they Gunna set up something in the Atlanta schools where they were paying for kids, 400 kids a week to eat free, and they could go by and get clothes and stuff. So they do good stuff. But you got to ask yourself, did you do the good stuff because you felt like one day we might get caught up in the bad stuff? And I don't even know that I don't know that all 28 did something crazy. Okay. Brother Rollins said people don't change until they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Absolutely. Nigga Carter said he probably never imagined he'd get caught. How could you not imagine you gonna get caught when, one, somebody just told you, hey, if you keep playing, you're going to get caught. And you got that kind of bread. The streets got ears. They knew this was coming down. And so I'm saying to you all in our community that now that we know, Ryan said, Willie D from Ghetto Boys is another one that try to talk these young guys. Absolutely. I watch his podcast as well. And I say these things because if you see that in all these states, they're using these RICO acts to go get young minority males. If you got one of these in your family, okay, what you need to do is you need to go sit down and tell them, do you want to wind up like Young Thug and them? Do you want to wind up like them other 20 cats, Casanova and the rest of these cats? RICO is not nothing to play with. And I'm telling you, you ain't gonna get to go see your baby boy when he on these RICO charges. And for those of you who don't know, what they do is when you come down on these RICO charges, they'll move your loved one from one prison to the next prison, to the next prison, to the next prison. It ain't gonna be no way you're gonna be able to drive and go see them. And so I'm telling you all to think about those ones that you got in your household that you know that you've been lying to yourself for years, talking about, oh, I don't know how my baby making that money. You know when your child out there slinging dope, stop playing. You know when your child is in a gang that it's no way you don't know. You know the worst thing in the world about some of you parents act like you don't know nothing. You want to turn a blind eye because you think it gives you absolution the moment that your child get caught up in the ignorance that they do. When your son or daughter's out here in these streets and they out here in these gangs, or they out here doing this, or they out here doing that, or they turn up pregnant, or they turn up in the morgue, or they turn up down at the police department, stop acting like you didn't know that it was coming. The police period ain't nothing to play with. You better understand it. The feds ain't nothing to play with, period, either. Absolutely. But it bothers me that we sit around and act like we ain't know nothing. You know your child don't make enough money to be buying what they buying. You know what it look like. You see other folk kids and you can recognize they in a gang. You can't recognize your own son or daughter in it. You don't know where your son is at all night long, and they come in the house in the morning time. You don't know where your daughter is all night long. You saying, oh, well, this is what they told me. When they wind up in the cemetery, in the morgue, or dead, when they wind up pregnant or abused, when they wind up in jail, when they wind up shot and laying out in somebody's field, stop thinking nobody's got to cry with you then. Because you already knew what was going on. But you just like the lady that didn't want her son to work with us, with the dad on the lawn care service. You had a better concept. All you wanted was, as long as my baby's happy, playing stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And 25 to life is a stupid price. But they paying it every day. So y'all done heard it from me. I done told y'all, look here. Brother Rod said the feds play the long game. So when they don't get busted by the local cops, they think they good. Absolutely. I mean, they don't care nothing about, and you know what? They might have got Young Thug talking about he's the head of the operation, but I wouldn't be surprised if they was trying to go get Birdman, allegedly. If I can get you and I put 100 years on your plate and I cut that 100 years down to 15, you gonna give me somebody. Because everybody tough until somebody give you that kind of time. The average dude to go in there and do 3 years or less. They'll stand solid on 3 or less. But you ain't gonna find the average person that's willing to go in there when they facing 25 to life, when they facing 75 years. They ain't gonna stand solid. I don't care who it is. Before that 25 is up, before that 12 is up, somebody in there gonna convince them, hey man, look here, you better go and get up out of here. But look, people, speaking of getting up out of here, that's exactly what I got to do because I'm sleepy. I'll holler at y'all next week.
That time, baby.
Hold it down for the team.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Sinclair Show is on.